Hey guys, we were just fighting the golem, man. I just want to know.
So I think what we're gonna say here, for the weight. By the way, we're back and trying to figure out how you divvy up the individual pieces of a person / iron golem in terms of weight. So the core is probably about, I don't know, like 30% of the weight, I would say.
Okay.
Like, you figure you split this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So you got 30% is the core. The arms are probably about 15% a piece. The legs are probably another 15% a piece. And the head, I guess the head would really be 10% though. So maybe like 25% for the core and 15% for the head, and then 15% for each additional appendage. I think that works, right? Am I doing my math right? Did I just do like 105%? Because I'm bad at this. 15 times 5. No, 15 times 5 plus 25 is 100. So yeah.
So you're saying everything is 15 except for the chest, which is 25.
Correct.
Okay. So each.
I don't know how scientifically accurate that is, but I'm not going to go carve up a body real quick just to figure that out. So.
Well, if it was human, I could give you more on the brain, but this doesn't have a brain. All that. So actually. Okay, so each limb weighs 750, and the chest weighs 1250. So I'm just gonna put that in chat. So
just put it on the cart sheet.
Well, I don't think the cart can actually support that.
So what are you doing? How are you traveling with this?
I was just trying to figure out how hard it is to separate it.
Okay.
So like, I think there's two possible things that we could be doing here. We could actually have Sphinx Aura and maybe like one person to escort her, try and go to the wizard and see if he has Dispel Magic or somewhere where she could actually buy Dispel Magic. And then the rest of us could stand guard. Or, to be extra safe, we could also dig holes and just try and bury the parts for the time.
Okay.
Those are the potential things that I'm pondering through. I don't know if I but we can like move these things, right? So like I forget what the exact Pathfinder. We're all pretty strong. I have 18 strength. I don't know Tom. I assume Tom has 18.
I've got 14.
Yeah, so it tells you if you go to your additional tab down at the bottom underneath weight, underneath the weight of your gear, it'll tell you like what's your drag, push, lift off ground, etc.
Oh wait, actually I should have 19 strength. I didn't bump my strength up. I don't think with my 4th level here. Anybody remember? Did I have 17 strength? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
I didn't think you did, but
I think I remember you talking about it. But you can just put it in a calculator. Yeah, first engineer it. Okay, so so I can lift off the ground 1,200. Wow.
Yeah. Because it's not like lift up, so you could lift it enough to like move it off the ground, but that's not like getting it up to like body level. That's like lifting it a few inches off the ground.
Okay, lift overhead I can do 600. But so now is that additive then? So if Tom and I lift something together, we can get something not perfectly additive?
Sure, I'll say additively you could get it to enough to like put it somewhere.
Okay, so
it would make chest level pretty easy to carry it.
No, I had a 17, so yeah, 18 is correct.
Okay, so the wagon. What do we all have in the wagon? I forget. So we're down a horse. That's
in the wagon right now. Let's pull up the wagon sheet in the accounting section. It has the party fund in it, which has 44 pounds of stuff in it. And otherwise, the cart has... Well, it doesn't have the tent in it currently, so it has 44 pounds of stuff.
And horses... What is the dragging?
So a horse... Give me one sec. Horse is a horse, of course, of course.
While you're looking up, what I'm thinking, guys, is like, right, best case scenario is we can transport the parts as a party to somewhere where Michelle can learn to spell magic, and then we can try and take care of this thing. Alternatively, if we can't transport it, then I think we find like a landmark that
And bury it.
So together with 3 horses, by the way, you could probably manage to pull about 2,000, roughly 2,000 pounds. Because like naturally a horse can move about 2,000 pounds on its own if it's like just dragging it on the ground behind it and not moving at all.
okay.
So with 3 horses, you could probably manage to get them to about 2,000 pounds, but they are going to be like pretty heavily encumbered doing that.
Okay. So is there any like natural landmarks nearby? Like really big natural landmarks? I don't know what the geography we're at is right now.
This would be where some knowledge geography checks will come in.
All right, do your thing, Ryan.
All right. So, go ahead.
I got a separate question, so
Yeah.
we'll finish with the geography real quick. Right?
I'm gonna. Let me bring up this real quick. All right. So locationally, no, you're pretty sure that the only village, the only like landmark, like what are you looking for in terms of a landmark, I guess, is the real question.
So if this is too heavy for us to transport, which it sounds like it is, we could transport like 1 limb, which to our understanding, we would have to cast the Dispel on all the limbs?
No, on the core.
Oh, only the core?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so
So
we could actually transport the core plus us then. Just barely.
You could manage to. It would take you longer than usual to get from place to place, but you would be able to transport the core. And Pierre is like telling you the cart will barely handle it, but he thinks you should be okay.
Can I figure out where we are roughly on the map and
yeah? So in terms of where you are on the map, I'll go ahead and bring you back to it.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to denote where we were so that in case we do decide to
you are right about
here. Okay.
So from where you're at, if you guys were looking for a place where you could potentially buy the scroll, Bolawol or Lukil is about, with your current weight, probably about a day and a half's travel out, maybe 2.
Oof.
Depending upon how you want to push the horses.
Can I make like a craft or knowledge check to sort of get an idea of like what's chances this like breaks the wagon?
Give me a knowledge engineering.
22.
Okay. So with your engineering knowledge, you know that this will put a large amount of strain on the I forget what the fuck that's called. The
axle.
Thank you. It was blanking from my head. That'll put a lot of strain on the axle, and potentially it could warp it. You're pretty sure the cart will endure it, but you're also fairly certain that you'll probably have to have some repairs done on the cart once you get it back.
It's a good thing we have extra parts,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That seems a fine risk to me to make sure that this thing doesn't somehow get... Because if we leave it and something stupid happens, that would be way more catastrophic. So is anyone not okay with just buying a new axle and transporting this to somewhere where Sphinx Aura can learn to spell magic?
I'm fine with that. And I thought don't we have an extra axle?
Yes, you guys do have an extra axle and an extra pair of wheels.
I mean, we'll have to buy a backup for our backups, obviously.
Right.
But
we'll have to replace it anyways.
But we'll be okay to get there, at least, theoretically.
Because there's no natural landmarks here, so like if we leave the parts, we may end up in a situation where we can't find them. and we definitely don't want to go near that town because those people seem like dicks. Put it lightly.
All right, so questions about this regen,
Yes.
real quick. All right, so like, is it just the core that's trying to regen, or is it all the pieces individually trying to regen?
It is just the core that is trying to regen. So the
Okay.
nano golems all come out of the core. That's where they originate from. That's where like the magic that it is tied to. So they're like they crawl out, and they're like they've got like little feelers out, like feeling around right now for like metal in different places, hoping that they can like come into contact with them. And then they can, basically use modified versions of like mending or whatever it is they're programmed with to put the golem back together.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that alleviates a lot of my fears if it's not each individual piece trying to do that.
No, just the one.
Well, and what's hilarious here is we can go get our tent and we can wrap the tent around the thing to be extra safe. So we do get our tent back. Which I'm actually cool with that too. I think we should go grab the tent then.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's on the way over to the Luke Hill, right?
Yeah, so where's our best bet? So I was thinking...
Well, yeah, it's on the way back to where we were before, which was on the way to Luke Hill anyways.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, because we just doubled back to fight it, right?
Correct. You guys basically took the roads that go through, that Bull will, like, sends their carts down to make the deliveries and receive the deliveries they have from place to place.
So we were taking their planned out, like, route to get from place to place.
Correct.
And okay, I still think it's suspicious.
And route is kind of like a in quotes word, because it is a route. It's more so like just a bunch of wagons have traveled down this long enough, and periodically they've come out and like cut some of the grass down while they're moving the carts to make it easier for the horses to move.
Yeah, it's not like somebody like put an actual road down, but you can tell where people have traveled.
There's some road out to about where you're at right now. There's like actual pathing because you're close enough. You're still close enough to the town that there's like some level of pathing that's there, which is why in that battle map you saw there was road. But that's basically, you're right about where the road started.
I still find it suspicious that like they didn't mention anything or seem to know anything about this, even though it's all been around their route.
Well, give me a knowledge. Do you have any knowledge nature?
Yes, I do.
Give me a knowledge nature.
I mean, I would think that it would kind of be they would have felt it was common knowledge, since that's what we had learned was that this was a golem area.
So Cassius, you would like as you think about that. That's a very good question. You do know that like none of these things are particularly territorial. So these golems tend to like move in a specific direction, but also you also know though that if that thing was susceptible to lightning damage causing problems, give me a sense motive here because there's something else that was hinted at, and I want to see if maybe you could have picked up on it. If your character would have picked up on it.
Let me check one thing. Let's see. How long has it been since we've done all this stuff?
It's all been the same day.
Okay, never mind. I thought that the advantageous terrain applied to sense motive for some reason, but it didn't, and I don't know why it would have.
Okay, that's still enough, I think. So you remember her saying something about like them being more druidic in nature. So it's possible that that even if it was wandering around, they might have just been like keeping it under control, and it just like when it malfunctions, it kind of like resets. So it just goes about a new path. So they might have dealt with it a few times, but overall, like all the places around here would have had to have some way to deal with it. But the roaming nature of these things means that you don't necessarily know where they are at any given time. So it's not just been localized to this area. This is more like the universe just happened to like coalesce on you at the wrong time.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought it was like
at the right
pre-programmed
time,
to.
get a sex.
Yeah, I know it was like a malfunctioning, but it seemed like it was on like a beaten path or a set path rather.
No, it's got no real set path. It's just kind of roaming around, and as the malfunction starts to like trip it up, if nothing's triggered it for a while, it'll like change direction, or it may not be walking entirely straight. All of these have a number of different malfunctions that are happening.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to figure out, with all this knowledge we've been finding out about this thing, do we have a general estimate of like how it's like whatever the concept of like knowledge translates to hit dice is? Like how many for Sphinx Horror to dispel this thing, right? She has to be able to like deal with.
I don't really think that unless you've met Kandor Rossavant, you can actually know anything about hit dice.
Yeah, let's send a message to Kandor.
Yeah, he'll be able to tell us everything we need to know about hit dice and level.
I just mean though we know that we have to cast dispel magic on this thing.
You know you will know that it's going to take a very, very either powerful or lucky dispel magic to dispel this, because it is substantially powerful. The magic that's in here is substantially powerful.
But Sphinx Horror could potentially just keep spamming attempts on it.
I mean, periodically she could. Dispel magic is... I don't think it has a material component.
Doesn't.
No, it does not have a material component. So, like, periodically she could just keep trying.
So she could just keep spamming until she, like, even if it's, like, insane, she could, like, nat 20 it?
I mean, theoretically. The thing is, you can't... This is, like, one of those things you can't really know. You can't know how You can know that, like, something is more powerful than you overall, but you can't really be certain, like, the exact numerals you need to get there. And even if you were, like, the most knowledgeable person and you knew, like, this many slices is what you need to take something down, there's always variance to the math.
Well, like, what I'm trying to get a grasp of is, would Sphinx Horror be able to dispel this thing eventually with a lucky enough roll? Kind of
potentially.
With a 20. With a 20, it would automatically succeed, right?
Not on a dispel check.
Okay.
Or would we, like, legit have to be, like, hiring somebody of, like, very high caster level?
That is... That is something that I think you'll need more understanding of Dispel Magic to know.
Okay. If that's the case, then I think we have to take this thing to Kazaram, because that seems to be the only place that we have a wizard in, at least allied with us, that would be knowledgeable and pretty powerful.
That's going to be like a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know what other option we have.
Okay.
Right? Like, we could...
That's fine. I'm just letting you know.
We wanted to have Sphinxara try it and then see.
She doesn't know it.
I thought we were going to the closer town to buy it for her. The Lukill.
Oh, Lukill is still a bit of a journey. Still,
it's a day and a half at least.
So if we're going to Lukill, we might as well just go to Kazaram.
Well, it's double the time to go to Kazaram.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yes. From where you're at, it's only about 20 miles, 25 miles to get to Lukill. It is about 50 miles to get to... I'm sorry, it's about 80 miles, 70 miles, 60 miles to get to Kazaram.
Okay, I didn't realize for that much.
Well, we would also have to double back if we decided to go to Kazaram afterwards.
Do we know? When we were in Lukill, I didn't get a vibe of magic there. We talked to, a gnome guy?
There's a large number of guilds there that control a lot of different things. But yeah, you guys have no idea, like, what kind of wizards are there, what kind of magic might be available. That wasn't really something you guys checked out a lot of.
Okay, yeah, and then, we can go to Lukill.
I have notes of magic users in Lukill, that's all I know.
So do you say this when we're talking about this, when we're trying to figure out if we know anyone? Do you finally chime in and say, hey, I know there's mages here?
Well, my list of my magic user list is pretty public knowledge.
Oh, is it? I thought you were pretty protective of that.
Yeah, I thought you were too. I was under the impression you weren't telling anybody what was on your list.
I thought I was the only one that you had so you've been told so far that you were being hunted.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't say anything about it to you guys, sure. So if you didn't know if you didn't pay any attention to what I was doing, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know.
Well, we know from like metagaming, but we haven't in character
Yeah.
have any reason.
Well, so let's you guys are having this discussion about things, and you can debate it out loud, like, hey, I think we should go to Kazarum because we know there's a powerful mage there, and that's where Tom, you could chime in with, like, well, we know there's a powerful mage in Lukil. Because there was a guy who, like, tried to probe Arius's mind
Yeah.
about the hat.
Yeah. All I know is that he has something against mages, and that's about it. It ain't really my place to kind of dig out that information. Plus I ain't the leader, so if he trusts him, then I don't see any reason not to.
Well, I'm very much looking. You guys have traveled far longer than I have on this. I'm very much looking for your insight here. I'm just trying to give us the best chance of dispelling this thing without something going wrong.
Oh, also, Zeke, before I forget. Gain that 11 HP back.
The very little I know, I don't know too much about Lukil. I know that they've got some guilds, and that's about it. Kazarum, I know that we know the one guy there. Not huge fan of his, but
Do we have any
do know him.
time commitments here?
The only time commitment you have is basically,
Lukil, right?
to meet with Taskell outside of Lukil.
And we
And
still
that's
had
on the
a-
21st. It is the end of the 9th, coming close to the 10th.
Doing all the stuff that we had, I think we still had at least half a week afterwards.
But
if everything went to plan.
But we're currently charged with returning the taxes for Mukmak and then getting that emerald as well. Like that's
Correct.
time sensitive, isn't it?
You need to have both of those done before the Lukil stuff.
Right.
So we could go to Lukil, just get this dealt with, and then we're gonna have to figure out. So essentially, the main things we have to deal with, right? So we have to get that emerald shipped to the wizard. In order to get the emerald, we have to reestablish the trade routes. So the trade route issue is basically down to we have to contact the sentient animals and tell them, look, like, it's gonna. We kind of have to agree on something at this point.
Well, we also know that they're near Lukil, so we could find them in Lukil probably just as easy as we could find them on the between Mukmak and
Yeah, it might be a nice excuse just to like maybe try to get in contact again and just make sure we're still on for that date, and then talk about this issue too as well or something.
Sure, because then on the way back we could loop through Mukmak, say okay, trade should be reestablished. Or what? I guess would we have to go to the bio to do that?
Are we going to Kminster for something?
We'll eventually go to Kminster once we know Sphinx Aura is free from her
okay.
juicy thing.
I can remember why
that's
we
like
go
that's we were planning to do that after we dealt with the Plains dudes.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what we needed to do there. I just remember somebody mentioning we needed to go there at some point.
The headache.
Well, yeah, because we want to kill the evil wizard.
We can't get an exact read on the length of it because we can't actually detect it. So like we're just guesstimating and we're picking a safe window. So yeah, it's like. So I think this is fine then. Okay, so let's go to Lukil. Let's see if this wizard can do it himself, or at minimum teach it to Sphinx Aura so that she can keep trying as we travel. And maybe that just works itself out. But if she's just like trying every day, like multiple times, and it's just not working, then I think we're gonna have to go to the wizard in Kazaram.
Okay.
Well, it also seemed though that what Steve was saying, right, is that we might better be able to gauge whether she can do it after she's tried a few times.
Potentially,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay. So then I guess the plan is we're going to take the chest, put the chest, wrap it in our large tent, assuming we can find our tent, and we're going to transport the tent to Luke Hill.
So it is still evening, and you guys have not really gotten a full rest. Do you guys want to wrap up the tent right now when you get to the tent, or do you want to try to rest there for the rest of the evening?
I mean, shit. Like, well, I guess we're not very good at traveling at night anyways.
It's always a lot more dangerous, especially around here.
There are penalties, and there is an increased level of danger.
Okay.
Yeah, especially since everything around here is a lot higher.
We'll try resting.
Okay.
During the night, then what we're going to do, before I go to sleep, is I'm just going to say let's try and dig a hole, like just a decent hole to put the chest in, just to be safe in case something happens in the night.
It's going to take you hours to dig a hole big enough to really put that chest in.
I can magically lock the chest if you wish.
No, he means the chest of the iron golem.
Okay, then that's fine. I was just being extra paranoid.
No, that's fine. I understand.
I don't think we actually need to bury it. Just keep it away from anything metal. So, like...
Yeah, also, though, if we buried it, would we have to worry about whether the nanites can pull metal out of the soil? Because
man, we're going full Magneto.
It's not. Look, I'm not gonna. As I've said before, I'm not looking to Koibu this and get the ultra pedantic shit. Because the more pedantic I get, the more pedantic you guys get, and that's not really what I'm going for. Is to have every session be an argument fest. I'm open to creative ideas. I'm not looking for and there happen to be bits and pieces of iron ore, so every time it touches the ground, it's gaining more and more iron. And
look at the kind of soil that's in this area, and you analyze it. Probably only about.
All right.
Yeah, I was checking to see.
And if it touches human skin, it can technically draw a little bit of the iron out of your body. And
all right, we're just keeping this shit.
Onto it.
We're just keeping away from the weapons and everything else. We'll just do a normal shift tonight. We're gonna have to all do a normal shift because we're out of. I think John's basically exhausted all of his magic points tonight. So we'll do a normal 10-hour watch.
I can do 3 alarms if you want. I don't know if there's a point.
It probably is not even a point. So we'll just do a normal watch.
I mean, you can always put one around us.
Yeah, so you guys will get through the rest of the night, and it will go pretty uneventful.
Sounds good.
Golem cleared the area for us.
I also did some other checks beforehand, so...
To make sure while we were talking, we weren't getting attacked.
Yes, that was actually part of it.
Before we go to sleep, I would say Sphinx Aura, make sure everyone's healed up.
She'll expend the rest of her spells to heal up Zeke first.
Alright, and it's the next day now.
One more for Zeke. And...
I only need 9 more hit points.
All right.
So
That's the second one for Zeke, and then the last one that she's got will go to Cassius. And did anybody else take damage and needs healing? Doesn't look like it.
Nope.
Okay.
And then we recover that 8 hit points each day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So then in the morning, I'd probably ask Tom or whoever else to try and lift this chest piece into the wagon.
Yep, I'll
help if you need it.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, you guys get it loaded up and get a move on.
I'm going to use my advantageous terrain before we start moving. Spend the whole 12 seconds that I need. Because it doesn't have a... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
It didn't look like it healed at all during the night, right?
Nope, did not heal at all.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because it lasts for 10 minutes per ranger level, and it doesn't say that there's a set amount of time that I need. That amount of times that I can use it. So I guess every
it's a 60-foot radius. You can be doing it as you're traveling. I'm fine with that. You're just kind of focused on the road.
And every 50 minutes, kind of just.
Yeah, I have zero problems with you using it as natural part of you're traveling on the road. So you kind of deep focus on the land as your as the cart moves.
Yeah, and then it gives us all +2 to initiative checks while in the advantageous terrain, and +2 on perception, stealth, and survival checks.
Yep.
To all of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So why don't you guys give me some perceptions? And like I said, we don't really need the survival checks as much because checks are now high enough. All right, so that is pretty uneventful for this first leg of the journey. It's, again, day and a half to get there because of the added weight.
So are we not required to do survival checks, or is it something?
No, in fact, what I think we'll do now is you guys have done pretty well at keeping up with the survival and keeping up with the perception. So the survival is only relevant like immediately after a combat when you're disoriented. Right now you're kind of following a road path, so you know where you're heading to specifically.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't one of those things where it's like you don't have to do this.
No,
but...
and then you guys only make. I'll let you guys know when you make perceptions. So you guys do not need to make perceptions unless I tell otherwise.
Whoops.
Because you can't crit fail in Pathfinder, Ryan. So like your survival's so high that unless the DC is higher for some reason, you're basically auto passing.
With the
that plus 13 or that 13 that I would have rolled on that.
Yes. All right, so I need perception checks from everybody as you start closing in on the evening.
Oh, look at that. Me and Ayun are like synchronizing now. We're like...
All right, so Cassius, you notice out in the distance another group of those centaurs are running across the plains.
I'm gonna point it out to Pierre and the rest of the group. Not loudly, preferably.
Pierre halts the cart. However, you notice that as he halts the cart, I believe... the fuck is their perception? There it is. They've also turned to look at you and stopped their wandering.
We have a +2 to stealth.
And they stand kind of like they're not ready to fight you, but they're also not like, they're not putting away weapons or anything.
I'll put away my weapon.
I'll put away my weapon too.
Okay.
And
I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna have any weapons.
All right. They'll lower their weapon and they'll just kind of like nod their head to you.
All right, I'll nod back.
All right. Let me see how many of them there are.
No, I was agreeing to combat.
You've all agreed to the challenge of the death.
If there's anything I learned from the other game that I was in, is the centaurs love headbutts. So they must be challenging us to a headbutt contest.
All right, so there are 13 of them, and they for a moment start to move towards you a little bit and start to kind of look over things a little. And then they just start, like, they turn to a sprint, and they just kind of, like, ride past you.
Centaurs riding centaurs.
Okay, can we sense motive to see, like, what they were looking for?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a sense motive.
Hell yeah.
It's our impressive sense motives, guys.
Yeah, all right. We don't know. We don't know.
Hey, hold on. Sphinx might know.
She's so good at those. I think she has a
sense motive -2. Yeah, nope.
Oh.
All right.
Still the highest roll of ours.
So you guys can journey on, and at the end of this leg of the journey, night will settle in. No perceptions unless I tell you.
Whoops. Sense.
Force of habit.
But that's an okay perception. Why don't you go ahead? Everybody else give me a perception.
Hell yeah, that 20. Take that.
All right, me and Ayuna now anti-synchronized. We're in sync for a little bit. No, it's...
All right, so Mal, you notice, and you catch this a good distance off, but there's another one of those oversized lions, kind of like waiting in the distance, and let's see if it catches you.
I'm gonna hide inside the pelt of the other one.
Oh boy!
I'm gonna hide in the pelt of the other lion we have. We still have that, right?
Yeah, you notice that it's kind of caught sight of you, and it's like moving around, like trying to size up whether or not it thinks you're edible. And it's like trying to stay low, but like the grass is way shorter than it, so it's like kind of prowling around in this like kind of short grass, like sticking out completely above the grass line.
This is just a regular lion, or one
This
of the
is
like
this
big
is
ones?
one of the big lions. But eventually, why don't you give me an intimidate, Mal, while you're standing there, looking all strong.
It's like, go away, dumb cat.
Oh yeah, it'll decide to turn tail.
Oh jeez.
There's like a whole cart. There's you stand at the top, kind of like looking strong, and when you notice that you're like kind of like waving it away. And yeah, it'll eventually like decide, you know what, not worth it. That looks like a giant animal I can't beat. And it'll take off running.
We take the iron golem chest and just put it at the fucking
I
thing.
don't think you're shot putting the iron golem chest. You guys can barely lift it onto the cart. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on.
Hey, what do you mean?
Give me my flavor. Just give me my flavor, man. All right.
It's because it took three of us to put it into the cart comfortably.
Now the question is, do you guys want to try to ride through the night?
I don't think so.
If you ride through the night, you'll make it to town by the time morning sets in. Otherwise, you guys can rest.
What time would we get to town if we started in the morning?
You'll get there in the afternoon.
Afternoon, but not like late evening. People would still have shops and stuff open.
People would still have shops and stuff open.
I'm fine with sleeping tonight then.
Yeah, we should rest.
Okay.
I just would like to get to town.
Yeah, don't make me know.
Be
Never
able to
mind.
like get our business done.
No problem. So let's shift back to our campsite.
It's back.
And yeah. Oh yeah, it is still there, isn't it? All right. So you guys can rest up. I'll make the checks, and I will let you know who needs to roll me perception.
We're just sleeping and letting the alarms do it, right?
That's fine too. Okay.
I'm gonna stay up for the first 2 hours as usual.
Sure
I
thing.
still don't trust all this.
How dare you?
Nothing against you. I just think that there's I'm still not convinced that it's the end all be all.
I mean, you don't have dark vision, so I don't even know what you're looking for.
But I can still hear something. I don't know. I don't need the extra 2 hours of sleep. So
Cassius,
yeah,
I'm gonna need you to give me that perception.
I'm gonna use my advantageous terrain.
Okay.
Hell yeah, 28.
Let me check its stealth. So you are laying there out in the darkness, like you don't feel comfortable. Everybody's just trusting these alarms. This isn't necessarily the right way to do this. And then you can like hear the ground beneath you moving.
I'm gonna make some noise.
Like a burrowing iron golem.
By the time, however, you realize it. You realize it's already just a little too late. And inside of the camp, so you guys are there in the tent. You're up keeping watch. Yeah, I realized I need to be able to make this so that this is in the back, and you guys can be inside of it. Okay, I'll call back in just a sec. So you guys are inside of the tent. You're kind of out here keeping watch. And let me get a MIDI for this.
There's some sort of random symbol on my dude. I took all of the buffs off.
Yeah, I do see what you're talking about. It looks like
that's just the temp HP.
Yeah, no, there's like a little plus sign on your character.
No, I'm talking about this little fire down in the left corner.
Yeah, the little thing that's a little square, right?
Looks like a little fire.
Oh, I think it's because you have a... Do you have one of your buffs on?
No.
Oh, then I do not know. I thought there was a thing for this, but I guess there isn't. hold on. I thought somebody made this. I did not think
like
you guys would
this.
actually end up running into this, so.
Oh, we really
Bearded
kill
double.
those. We kill those percentile rolls. You know how we do it.
You guys do demolish percentile rolls.
Although I guess it's to our benefit in that we haven't seen the bad things Arius can do. So we've seen the cool shit Arius can do, and we can see the bad shit we can find. I guess that's more fun than flipping it, where we're encountering dumb shit like easy, but then Arius is getting his kill roll all the time.
just nonstop lions.
To be fair, we did see him turn into a dragon and run away and chase something.
Alright, I'm just gonna have to use... I don't want to have to use this, but I guess it's gonna have to work.
But that didn't get us killed, so...
It's a rust monster. We don't need that magic anymore. We're just gonna let the rust monster handle it.
It's a rust worm.
Alright, this isn't it, but it's close enough. So you see this, like, very long, six-legged, like, fanged beast, like, lion-esque looking, big cat-looking thing burrow out of the ground. And this guy's is one of those examples of where the monster isn't what you might know the stat block to be. So this is, earlier somebody actually got the roll on this, and I can't remember who did, but you guys passed by a layer of one of these, earlier in the game, if I remember right.
If I reload this.
It's been tracking us this whole time.
Ugh.
But give me a knowledge nature.
This is the hole that I dropped
this
that unit into?
No, not that one. This is only Ryan can make this right now.
All
Well,
right.
did it breach the surface?
It did breach the surface, and look where it breached the
alarm didn't
surface.
go- Oh, I didn't see. Oh.
It's like it burrowed underneath the alarms low enough, and then came up right next to where Cassius is.
All right. You said
Knowledge nature.
Not sure.
You are not quite sure what this is, but you are sure you're going to roll me some initiative.
Oh, I still get my free action to scream, right?
You will get your free action to scream on your initiative.
Like a manly man.
Is your favorite train thing in effect? Do we get plus to our initiatives?
When you wake up.
Yeah. Okay.
If you wake up.
Hey.
Alright, so this thing is going to roll its initiative.
So how do we do this +2 to initiatives?
I'm just gonna put it into the temp box in initiative.
Oh yeah, good idea. I'm gonna do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Roll.
You can also just update your roll on the table.
Yep. /R d20 plus.
And how would you?
If you click your number, you can just change it.
Oh, when I roll,
8.
I can change my own number. Okay.
Ooh, it goes on 19.
Got him.
All right. So Ryan, you will get your free action to shout to start off this combat.
Also, is the well, I guess I wouldn't know the exact dimensions of the alarm anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna use
so
my
yeah,
free
you'll
action.
shout. Everybody can give me fortitude saves. You want to fail.
Yeah, good job, Arius.
Well, I'm a barbarian, and I rage when I sleep.
Oh
my god.
Zeke is sleeping. Yeah, Arius, you are awake. Mal, you are awake. Sphinx can make hers.
No, he has an alarm somewhere near the tent, so.
Your Sphinx's character sheet. Where are you? Sphinx will also not wake up.
Jesus.
All right, that is going to take us to. Oops, let me set the initiative order. Cassius, start us off.
I'm gonna 5-foot step, I guess I will. Well, I guess I already used my free action to do things to try to like get it to.
Yep.
Do things. And it is an animal, right?
It is an animal.
Cool. I get my favorite animal, my favorite enemy.
Sadly, those are both misses on it. Even flat-footed.
Good. And with my favorite enemy.
15. Yeah, and with your favorite enemy.
I haven't looked at my rolls yet. They must be pretty good.
All right, it will go. It's gonna turn. Move in slightly. And it is gonna make some claw attacks.
No, it's not.
It is indeed.
One claw attack because it's slowed.
It is not slowed.
We just have that mechanic always. It's like, all right, we just slow shit. Now we don't have to deal.
Okay, so it's gonna make 4 attacks. 1, 2,
What
3,
the
4. How many of those hit?
Fuck you. I think
A 20
yeah,
could potentially miss.
yeah, the one that he almost crit failed on. Yeah. Also, I'm not technically close enough to set off that alarm yet, am I?
Nope.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm already awake.
Yeah, but I didn't like. I thought it would. If I
Alright.
if I did trigger it, it would help let people wake up potentially.
First damage, second damage, third
Oh,
damage,
that's not as bad as I
fourth
was-
damage. Nope.
So that's what 30.
It's big and mean, but only because it has lots and lots of claws and golden fur.
And
33.
2 million hit points.
Thanks, Tom.
All right.
It's kind of funny because this thing still looks strong, but we've been versed like nasty ass lions, iron golems. Like, actually, this is like this is a breather, guys. Just 4 plus 18 attacks. We're good.
Yeah, I think you can just stay asleep.
Yeah, like
Fuck
You just nap right through this.
Don't ruin the long rest.
Ryan's got this.
All right. Next up, Mal.
I will scream again as my free action to see these lazy pieces of shit are like sleeping through a fight.
All right. At the end of the round, they will get their shot.
I'm on the ground, so I have to stand. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, I'll stand up. And
That bar looks so big.
Yeah, it's proportional to its size, not to its.
It
hit
is to its
points,
size.
right?
Yes.
Thank God.
No, I was right with those 2 million hit points.
I will stand up and I will cast bladed
Oh,
dash.
actually, hold on. I'm not, because we haven't gone far enough. There's one more thing that it needs to attempt to do.
Yeah, does it have a grapple?
It does have a grapple.
God damn it! I was like one
Can
time.
I see Cassius or no?
If it does have a grapple,
You would
then
have to. You can like push open the tent to see. Right now you can't, but like Mal can open up the tent, and then he will see. This is gonna succeed. This is an insane grapple.
Oh man.
Does that be your
It only has
CMD?
a plus 24.
Yeah. So you are grabbed.
Yeah.
Mal,
Wait.
Hey, my fault.
Hold on. This can't. This is insane. If it. Typically, in addition, blah blah.
So is it a grapple attack or a pounce attack?
All right. It gets 2 more attacks on you because it succeeded in its grapple.
Oh, it can go right the fuck off.
I mean, yeah.
So it's a grapple. It's not pinning me to the ground and knocking me.
No, it is not. Oops.
Oh.
It needs to make its attack roll first.
How much damage am I
All right, so
taking?
that's 1, and that's 2. So the first one was 6 damage, and the second one is 11 damage.
So I mean, I guess technically you had to roll because I guess technically it could have.
Crit.
Yeah, crit failed. No, not. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Ugh.
It can go both ways.
I don't like that. Why'd you have to remind me of that?
All right, Mal, are you down or are you still up?
What?
No, I mean I'm talking
awake.
about Cassius. You're still up?
Oh, I'm still up. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm at like 12. I'm at 12 hit points. No, not awesome.
So I'm gonna use my movement to stand up and pull aside the tent. I don't know the 15 knowledge nature lets me know what this thing is.
It does not.
As the flap opens, I cast Liberating Command on Cassie.
You go on 8.
Immediate action, my friend.
You have to act in order to perform immediate actions.
What?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
immediate
We'll just have to
anytime, or is it swift?
We'll just have
Neither of those work
anytime.
unless you've taken an action in the combat first.
We'll just have
What?
to wait till after Mal goes so that he
Because
can
you
do
basically
that.
haven't woke up yet.
I
Your
did
initiative
wake
is
up.
when you're waking up.
Fortitude save woke me up.
Your initiative is when you're waking up.
Ah!
I'm going to bladed lash behind it to flank it and then swing at it.
Bladed lash. What are you, fucking Naruto?
Teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid.
Oh.
Oh, bladed
but-
dash. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wondered.
have
I actually
bladed
did
lash.
wonder if you took this. I was talking to Michelle about this spell, and I was curious if you took it.
It's very good on Magus.
Yeah.
It combos well with spell combat. Okay. Yeah. So I'll swing at it. I
Yep.
get flank, and I'll enhance Ioun to the normal keen.
Okay. Oh, damn!
Wow, I biffed my crit rolls.
You confirmed though, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a sad crit though.
It's like,
How is that even possible? Such a huge difference.
He maxed on the one.
well,
and
because
then
I rolled
on
a
the
6 and a 4 on my normal.
Oh, okay.
Or well, no, I just a 6 and then I rolled a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
All right, Arius.
Liberating Command on Cassie.
Oh, by the way, at this point, both Spinks and because you have the alarms not set up just to wake you up, right? They're set up to like make a bunch of noise.
I said it before it was mental only, so I didn't specify it wasn't this time. So, no.
Okay.
Unless you want me to metagame.
Then you've got like a loud noise ringing in your head right now.
Yeah, I dismiss it.
Okay.
If it's a free action, which I think it is.
Yeah. So what are you doing, Arius? Sorry.
I can immediate action and do another standard action, right?
Yes, that is
My
correct.
turn. So yeah, liberating command Cassius.
Okay. So he is
What's that do?
basically it's bonus to it, or is it automatic free?
Plus 20 to your escape artist check to get rid of the grapple.
Yep.
Oh, I dig it.
All right. And then what else?
Oh no, wait. He gets a bonus twice my caster level.
Yeah,
My caster level is 5, so 10
So
plus
10.
10. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maximum 20.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you want to do here?
Wait, do you want to do that first? Do you have to do it now?
No, he'll get it on his because it doesn't give him the check right away, right? Put that up in the chat.
It's in. The,
Oh, it is in the
I'll
chat.
put it
Okay.
here.
No, it's good. I see it.
Okay.
Oh no, they do get it immediate. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a escape artist check.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
Plus 10, 23.
23 is I think not enough.
Oof.
Yeah, 23 is not enough. Close, but not quite enough.
Well, that's also, I believe, with the encumbrance, I'm sure. So if I don't, I would have just my stuff for.
That's
have
still
some-
not going to be enough. I mean, it's close, but
Okay.
unless it's a difference of like 5 or more.
Oh no!
So-
it would be a difference of like maybe 2.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Arius. What else?
So yeah, I'll get out of the tent. Everyone's awake, right? Or going to be awake.
Yes, everybody will be awake at the end of this round.
All right, so I'll use my movement here. Can I liberating command as a standard action again?
I didn't think you could cast twice in the same.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna say
I
that
might be
no,
thinking-
you can't.
So
Not
I
in
might
this
be
can't cast another
specific
spell at
case.
all.
No, you
I
can
might be
cast
thinking-
another spell. I'm just gonna say you can't
Okay.
cast another liberating command because I think part of why liberating command is instantaneous is it's more of like a response spell than anything else.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I might be thinking of 5th edition.
I'll shocking grasp this thing in front of me.
Woo! Hot damn.
Oh, did you move? You moved in on it as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you casting defensive? Oh no, it's grappling. It is technical grappling, so it does not get additional attack. It does not get an AO. So yeah, that is a hit for 26 points of electricity damage.
That's what I'm here
for,
making sure it doesn't get AOs on you.
And half of that to Ryan.
I'm wearing
You just electrocuted something that is holding on to one of your party members.
I'm wearing hide armor. It's cool. I'm not conductive, Steve.
I want to hear how you think that people are not conductive when you grab. If I'm being electrocuted,
I'm pretty sure
right?
this wouldn't work against enemies. Like if there was enemies like joined somehow, I don't think I would get.
It absolutely would. I absolutely would get that. Yes, I've done this for years. Like if there's never been a time where I've got like all the enemies holding the hands and singing Kumbaya, and then somebody comes up and electrocutes them.
Obviously, all the nanites from the armor took all the metal out of my body, so I'm not conductive. Don't you see my metal chest plate? Wait, shit.
I guess my only rule lawyer for this is because it says targets creature or object touched. So I don't know if like I could target multiple creatures with it.
Maybe this saves Ryan's life, but you have to stand up for prone anyways, right? And then you have to move.
Oh, I couldn't move.
So how are you actually doing shocking grasp?
Oh, yep. Okay, there we go. I like that option even better. Especially because this thing takes a lot less damage.
Oh no, I'd still be alive. I think I would just be unconscious.
Do you want to move in there, or do you want to wait until next round to do something?
Well, my movement is to stand up, right?
Yes,
but you can
still take another movement as a standard action.
No.
In 5th edition, they call it a dash action.
Is this flap revealed, or is someone pulled it open?
It's like pulled aside, but you'd have to pull it aside again to look through it. Because it kind of like flaps back as most flaps do. That's how flappy flap flaps. But yeah, for future reference, if you electrocute somebody while they're being held, you could electrocute them. And more importantly, they were engaged in a grapple, so you can also accidentally hit your teammate with any touch spells in that circumstance as well. We explained that when Spinks was trying to heal. And could have healed the enemy.
Oh, so if we grapple each other, we heal each other. Got it. We should use those spell points.
I forget. Is it intimidated by me?
Ooh, that's right. It does need to make its.
I think I make the check. It just has a DC based on its.
Oh no, you're right. Plus target hit die. It is not intimidated by you.
Okay.
That is a lot of hit die.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's scary. It might actually be Tom's like million.
Alright, so you moved in, Arius?
Yeah, my tur's over.
Cassius, back to the top. Spinks and Zeke need to roll initiative real quick.
I couldn't escape artist before, so I probably can't now.
So wait, how does this work? Can I liberating command again?
Yes, you can now liberating command again.
Okay, so I guess I'll do it again then. Before he goes, and so you can try again.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I guess. Well, it's immediate action. No reason not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and.
Did you want to will save against that? That's even worse. You should have just will saved against it.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're still grappled. You do have like one-handed weapons though, right?
Yeah,
do they only work as ranged, or can you use them in melee?
No, all of my weapons can be used in melee or range.
So you can technically attack it.
Yeah, I have 2 one-handed weapons that I could use. I could hit it with blunt or slashing, and then my crossbow is piercing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't use a crossbow in that kind of range.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I will. Do I still get full round action then? You
can still take a full round action and try to attack it. Well, taking because it gives you an immediate action for the escape artist. So both of those will actually hit.
All right, bet. So what I'm gonna do is when
go ahead.
One of those hits, I'm gonna go ahead and use my hunter's trick, my aiding attack. As a free action, when he hits a creature with an attack, the next ally who makes an attack against that creature before the start of my next turn gets a +2 circumstance bonus on their roll.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, it's gonna go.
Oh, it's not attacking itself, is it?
No, it's gonna.
So I'll get it.
It's gonna bite you.
It can have that +2 bonus if it wants to. Against itself, not me.
It would like to bite you so that it can let go of you.
I'm okay with that, I think.
Well, it's hoping that you go unconscious when it does that. So.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping that too. Because I'm not dead if I'm unconscious.
My damn Intimidate hadn't failed, I would have gotten you out of there.
So I'm assuming that hits.
I might as well just be walking around here and...
And how's your consciousness?
I am at 0. I will, I can feign dead though, right?
Sure, give me a bluff.
Sweet. Yeah, -1.
Okay, yeah, you feign
fuck
dead.
you, bluff.
Why
couldn't that be my escape artist roll?
And let's see. Does he buy?
Well, you're at 0. Aren't you unconscious? How are you?
He buys it, and he will let you down.
Well, having been virtually eaten alive by other creatures, it's safe to assume that it'll drop me once it thinks I'm unconscious.
He will turn his attention to Mal.
Hi, kitty.
Oh, that bar didn't go down nearly
Are
as
you
much as
not
I wanted to.
unconscious at 0?
No, 0 is not unconscious. This is not second ed. Nor is it 5th ed.
But if I make an attack, I have to roll something to stay conscious, right?
Yes, that is correct. If you do more than a move action. Do all those hit, Mal?
Yeah, they should.
Alright, so here's 2 more.
I think I'm only.
One of those definitely does not hit. And...
Wait, didn't it?
Oh wait, it
use
has to
some on
grapple
Ryan, too?
first. Hold on, it has to grapple first. It
That
bit
crit miss
Ryan.
did.
It has a bite and it has 3 claws. Or 4
okay.
claws. So I need to see if it grabs you.
Hey, at least the crit missed.
Otherwise, those other 2 don't happen. Does that beat your CMD?
Yep.
Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for D8 plus 5. I might as well do this as 4d8 plus 5d8 plus 25.
Oh.
I'm just up. Unfortunately, probably bad.
All right, Zeke.
Get up and move in.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Maul.
Grapple. I'll just swing at it, I guess, with my scimitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it. That is a hit. For
Hit it.
10 points. Ooh, and the Intimidate. And that, I think, 10 hit dice plus Wisdom. That is a success. It is shaken. So it'll be at -2. Sphinx is going to move in. Come on, damn it. Move this way. There we go. Well, she's going to stand up and then move in to here. And Arius.
Is Maul grappled? I missed that.
Maul is grappled.
I don't have my immediate action left, right? Because it's still the same round.
This is technically a new round, so you could immediate action now.
Okay, I will try to give him a liberating command.
Yep.
Mods on escape artist, unfortunately.
God damn.
Okay.
Sucks that you can't use CMB with it, because then it'd be like better.
Yeah. I think that's supposed to be designed to balance it, though.
All right, free action to grow my claws, and let's claw this motherfucker.
All right.
I
The
gotta
first
do my
claw
thing.
is a hit, actually, because of the penalties.
An effect 17.
Okay, so nothing happens there. But you do hit with both of those. Cassius.
Alright,
You guys have gored into this pretty well. It's got a lot of slashes along its face at this point. Like, you got a couple of long cuts on it from your claws across the side.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it matters, but my claws are considered magic weapons. I don't know if it has any damage.
Okay, thank you.
Need to check one thing. I thought this... Is that it? But it does not specify. Come on, where's it at? Okay, I thought it did not.
So apparently that little fire thing was just in the tent. It wasn't on my character.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's the marker for the alarm spell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out how Hunter's Bond works.
You need to make a move action, and then everybody for 1 round gains a +1. That was part of why I suggested that one variant class, because for you, it's, like, not a good value.
Well, no, Hunter's Bond,
Because you either take it for your party or the animal companion.
Yeah, no, it's the one for my favorite enemy bonus, right?
Wait, huh?
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Allows him to spend a move action. It's right there. I don't know how I didn't do that. To grant half of his favorite enemy bonus.
So right now it's +1.
Yeah. So
for 1 round.
Yeah, because I have no bonus to my wisdom.
Correct.
But that is a. I mean, it's only a move action. I still need to spend a move action to get up. So
yeah.
Yeah, I will get up and I will. You know what? I can either.
You weren't on the ground. It dropped you to your feet because you weren't unconscious.
Oh, okay. I assumed it dropped me and I was just prone or whatever.
Because it was grabbing you while you were standing up. It's just when you feigned dead, you started to fall over and then it turned around and you're like, oh, I don't need to actually fall over.
Okay. So if I don't need to use a move action to do it, I guess I would just do that.
Okay.
And give people a +1 because it's it's kind of relevant. For me not. I mean, I'm not moving. I'm gonna attack the thing.
Sure.
So
give an attack.
All right. Where's plow?
Damn. Yeah. That both of those are hits.
Wow.
And then you immediately fall unconscious.
Wait, why did its AC go up? Oh shit! I know why. Because I deducted some damage wrong earlier.
Yep. And then I go unconscious.
Oh no, that is not a crit on that second attack.
The second attack is a crit. It's not a confirm.
Right, it's not right? But that makes it not a crit. All right, okay. Arius or Mal, you are gonna get bit. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep. Should drop conscious.
Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. So it will drop you, and then it will turn to Arius.
I went unconscious.
I think it literally can't miss me. So
okay.
Or you can just crit, I guess.
Alright, so those will hit, and then the grapple...
But it gets 4 after it already bites?
Yes, it has 4... It has 4 claws, and it has 1 bite. That's what makes this brutal. And if it succeeds at grappling you, which is what that last roll is, it gets 2 more claws.
Can I liberating command myself?
Can you? Look it up.
I don't know if I can at this juncture. I don't think I think I used it for the round, right?
Yes, actually you did use it for the round. That is correct.
Yeah.
So you are going to take lots of d8s plus 5. I think that is 68 plus 5. Or plus 30. So 54 total.
I'm unconscious.
Alright.
It'd be
Zeke.
funny if this thing party wipes us, but the Iron Golem didn't.
I know!
I'm actually dead, I think.
What is your...
Con is 12, I'm negative 11. Next
You
time
are-
I'm going to take
you're
minus
alive.
1, right?
You are alive right now.
I know, but I'm going to die unless someone saves me in the next round. Or if I pass my check or whatever.
So Zeke.
Yeah, I'll
You
try
do
it.
still have a healer in the party.
Oh, so Steve, it took the extra 4 damage from when I hit it with my favorite enemy, right?
Oh, thank you. I will add that. That could actually matter a lot.
Yeah.
Because
both of them
that
hit,
is
right?
technically a hit, actually. Zeke.
All right.
Because it is still holding on to Arius's body.
And you get that +1 from me.
Yep.
And it chops
I
through,
think-
finishing Arius off.
And it's down.
Yeah.
And Sphinx will, since Cassius just fell, she's going to move over to Mal just to be safe, or move over to in order. Arius first,
Yeah.
and hit him with a healing hex.
Well, she also knows that I went down at 0 because I fell down after.
Right, she saw that you
Yeah.
you first faked it, then you went to stand back up, hit it, and then fell back down again. So she knows you're not about to die, and heals Mal. That's one less point of healing you'll take from that, Mal.
I'm still unconscious.
Oh, did she roll? Oh yeah, she rolled a 10 for you, and then 1 for Cassius. These, by the way, are her healing hexes moved up to. I clicked on the wrong thing, but that's still the same healing damage. The same thing. But her healing hex is up to cure mods. And then she will try to heal Arius to consciousness. She has 18 uses of Cure Light Wounds at this point, so... we'll just say everybody is healed to full.
At least we'll have time to rest.
Yep.
And what does it have in its stomach?
Alright, you are going to carve it open.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I have more time to study it, can I still figure out what this is? Or is, failing a
you can.
knowledge check?
No, once you fail a knowledge against a specific creature, you can't try again until you level.
Hey, I'll be back in 1 moment.
No problem.
But having such an in-depth encounter with it, didn't I gain some new knowledge about it?
So even if I can't, just for my journal, it appears lianoid though. Can you describe how it looks?
Yes, so it does look lianoid. It's in the big cat family. It has a giant maw that looks much like the face of a lion, we'll say. Its jaw though is kind of mandible-like. So it has a mandible jaws, but still the mouth of a lion. So it still has the teeth, but with mandibles that are on it. It has 6 massive legs, each of which can kind of clamp with a claw form, so kind of sandwich closes around a person to claw them, and then it rakes across their back as it's grappling them, so it kind of does this kind of motion to tear them apart. It's
So it looks
very
like
long and very golden in color.
So it deviates from the other cats that I've seen because it's 6-legged.
Yes.
So that's for sure a difference, and then the mandible would be another thing that I would know.
Correct.
And do I at least detect any sort of magical signature?
This has no magical signature.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no, I take that back. It does have a magical signature.
Okay, so this might be some things that potentially would by magic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It has the heart of a lion and the wings of a bat, right, Steve?
No.
I'm curious on here is if it would have even thought burrow under. The alarm's invisible, right?
Oh no, it definitely would have.
It still would have, even if
Ryan was so it didn't think to burrow under the alarms. It just burrows to attack its prey. That's specifically part of its attack pattern.
I was gonna say, if Ryan being up on watch almost got us killed. It's like super ironic.
No, it can detect you wherever you're at. So it will burrow until it senses something, and then it will come up where the thing is. Ryan being awake is what saved your lives.
Oh, good.
It would have killed one of you. It would have killed one of you in your sleep. It would have come up. It would have grabbed one of you and eaten you right then and there. Maybe the screams would have woken up the rest of the party.
That's nice and optimistic of you.
In its stomach, it has. I'm going to round off these jewels. I'll actually put them on the party sheet. Or on the, in the party fund sheet.
Oh, you just added them to the sheet for me?
Yeah, I figure that's a lot easier.
Otherwise, it's like I'm just reading chat and just putting what you're typing. it's like this is an unnecessary layer of
nonsense. All right, so we have 45 gold citrine. Give me another line, damn it. Don't do that. A 90 gold jet. Ryan and his love of art.
I believe the cart said that.
Yeah, I'm sure the cart said that.
Pierre.
Sadly, there have been very minimal art objects. I am actually very disappointed by the rate of art objects. No racks of firewood either. A 500 gold topaz, a 40 gold zircon, a scroll of blindness deafness, and a wand.
Scroll of dispel magic.
And Sphinx will. Does this cost right now? I'm going to put it on there, but I don't remember if Identify has a component cost in this version.
Oh.
I can try to do it. Shit.
Okay. I'm really just concerned with the material component cost. No, okay. So she will attempt to identify. Oops, I should add her spellcraft into there when I do this. So is it plus 10?
Wand of dispel magic cast by a 20th level.
It is a wand of shocking grasp.
Same thing.
I love the redundancy we get in our wands.
Yep.
We are like we are pros at that percentile roll of like, all right, we know like 10 spells between me and John, and we always get one of them. At least it's not a cantrip.
And that is it that it has. Actually, I want to replace some of this. So I'm going to give you guys one additional roll, because I don't... It's supposed to have more loot, but it has loot it can't technically have. So I'm going to see if something comes up that replaces it. Ooh, you guys are missing out on that roll. Actually, I'm going to say that this item is here. There is a +1 halberd inside.
Ooh. There you go.
Oh, +1 art, you said.
That is exactly the amount of what was taken away. Because it otherwise had like large suits of masterwork armor, and I was like, well, that doesn't really fit. I think it can manage to have like a +1 halberd that's been stuck in its stomach for a while, making its life uncomfortable that it can't fully digest.
It can't really turn correctly. It has to like turn in just like a straight line.
Well, it's a really long creature, right? And it's got a very, very strong stomach, so it can probably endure that for a while. All right. Let's take one more really quick break. If you guys don't mind, and we'll see if you guys make it back to town.
I'll be right back.